Today we are premiering one of our first programs, which is called the YALI State of Affairs. The YALI State of Affairs is a program that is specially curated or designed by the YALI TV team to bring to you the achievements, the attainments, and the activities, the challenges, and of course, some of the feedback that has been received from members of the alumni chapters of Mandela Washington Fellowship, the RLC or the Regional Leadership Centers of YALI, and the YALI Network Associations, as well as the UX Exchange alumni groups across the continent. I'm excited to be the host for today's episode, and I want to assure you that it's going to be interesting. You're going to be watching alumni chapters from Kenya, Ghana, Liberia, Tanzania, South Africa, Eswatini, and all other African countries that I've not mentioned, but are part of the YALI program and part of Africa, of course. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be sizzling. It's going to be very educative, informative, an opportunity for you to get up close with the alumni chapter executives and what they are doing in the various countries. They are working hard. They are doing so much, but we want to know what are they doing and how do they need our help as alumni. Stay with me. We'll be right back after this short break. My name is David Selassie, and this is YALI State of Affairs.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa.
I'm Eunice Emmanuel Bagi, the correspondent from Nigeria. Keep watching YALI TV.
I believe.
I'm Adikalias Kamara from Sierra Leone. Keep watching YALI TV.
I believe in Africa.
My name is Absa Samba, a correspondent from the Gambia. Keep watching YALI TV.
I'm Bilam Leticia, correspondent from Cameroon. Keep watching YALI TV.
I believe in you.
It's your boy Eko Boche, corresponding from Ghana. Keep watching YALI TV.
I believe in Africa.
Welcome back from that short break. This is YALI TV, Africa's #1 leadership television channel, and we are online. We are in the future, and we know every eyeball in Africa is watching our program this afternoon. We have today a very interesting segment, and there's a saying that goes, Naja no the chop last. And of course, imagine the first alumni chapter that's going to feature today is from Nigeria, the big brothers of Africa. So today we'll be spending some time to review and also to share the achievements, attainments, the challenges, and the lessons learned of the achievement of the YALI RLC alumni chapter of Nigeria. And we have one of the executives. I heard that their tenure of office is almost about to end, but the hardworking executives of this alumni chapter said, hey, we want to make our story heard. We want to make our members know what we did. We want to let the rest of Africa to be inspired, and we want to also inspire the other alumni chapters with what they did. So I have today with us Wofai Samuel, who is the communications chair or the head of communications for this chapter. You are welcome on YALI TV, specifically State of YALI Affairs. Miss Samuel, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salisu. My name is Wofai. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you for doing us the honor, the RLC chapter in Nigeria. All the alumni members are very excited to have me represent them, but they're very excited about this opportunity that you've been able to give to us to showcase our achievements, our successes over the year in review. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year once again.
It's such an amazing opportunity. I mean, getting to know you over the past days, the enthusiasm, your passion resonates of the Nigerian perspective of how Nigeria has been as one of the key members of the African Union. And to know that young people like yourself and others are at the forefront of grooming the next level of leaders, or our next leaders who will be taking over the various sectors of our economy, is very refreshing. And we are very grateful to have you. Before we go into YALI RLC Alumni Chapter Nigeria, we'd love you to tell us a little bit about the person we are talking to this afternoon. Can you share with us who you are, what you do as a person?
Thank you very much once again, Mr. Stephen. So my name is Wofai Samuel. I'm from Nigeria. I'm 31 years old. I currently work with Young African Leaders Initiative RLC chapter in Nigeria as the communications director. And I'll
Sure.
be passing out tomorrow, precisely
Wow.
January the 2nd. Professionally, I work for a chamber of commerce that are located in the UK. Thank you. I professionally work for a chamber of commerce that are located in the UK, precisely London, and I work with them as the director of communication and external affairs. It's called the UK Liberia Chamber of Commerce, but we're focused on YALI today. Thank you.
Mm, mm. Amazing personality. So, just for the records, I really wish we had all the executives, but knowing very well that you are a communications chair means you represent the heart, the mouthpiece, and you are the mouthpiece of this outgoing executive. So, could you mention or tell us some of the the executives, the names of the executives?
Thank you very much for doing us the honor. I'd like to begin by introducing my very distinguished and able president in person of Mr. Rauf Ahmed, who has not only become a colleague but a brother to me. Rauf Ahmed is the
Mm,
president of YALI RLC Alumni Chapter in Nigeria. I'd also like to
mm,
introduce someone who has worked very closely with me, who over time has become a sister. She is Oge God's Glory Ifezwe. Oge God's Glory Ifezwe is the secretary of the chapter. I'd like to
mm,
introduce myself. I'm Wofai Samuel, the communications chair. And of course, I
mm,
have Temitayo or Latin ably called Honorable. He's a speaker of the Bureau responsible for all of alumni relations online, emails,
mm.
Twitter, social media, and so on. So Temitayo
Okay.
as well has become family. I'd also like to introduce Obasanjo Fajemiroku. Obasanjo Fajemiroku, I call him my project partner, our able project events chair. He's one of us, and these are the 5 members we have in the national level. But
Mm,
excluding the national arm of YALI ROC alumni in Nigeria, we also
okay.
have regional representatives. The regional representatives have equally done sterling well over the past 1 year. I'd like to
Mm.
start by introducing Mr. Mayokun Adeoti. Mayokun Adeoti actually won the presidential election for the RLC and will be taking over in 2022. He's the North
Wow.
Central representative. Adeoti. Yes, thank you very much. Succession. And then I'd like to introduce Mr. Chimezie Udechuku. Chimezie Udechuku is a representative for the Southwest region. That's where I live. Chimezie Odechukwu also won, and he'll be taking over in 2022 as the communications director. I'd also like to
Mm.
introduce Mr. Bright Temple. Bright Temple is a representative for the South-South region. And then we have Miss Florence Nene Ugu. Florence Nene Ugu is a representative for the Southwest region. I'm sorry, for the Southeast region. And then we have
Okay.
Nasiru Maguri. He's a representative for the Northwest. And we have Bobo Benson Bagwiwa. He's a representative for the Northeast. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. And one impressive thing about how your chapter has really decentralized leadership is Nigeria is such a huge country. In fact, the Lagos State is as huge as Nigeria is. So for you guys to come up with a strategic structure that um, decentralizes your leadership across the sub regions or provinces of Nigeria is very impressive. Congratulations for that strategy. I would love to ask you, are there some of the achievements you had in your year or your tenure and a retrospect you would love to share or highlight to the rest of the alumni of your country and the rest of Africa, the YALI network, and the rest of the Young African network who is watching this afternoon? Are there some conspicuous or um, milestones you want to share with us as your achievements as we review your tenure of office?
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, again for this opportunity. The RLC in Nigeria are more than beyond pleased and happy to showcase the achievements and successes over the last 1 year in review. We've had several remarkable milestones. I'd like to begin by saying that, in summary, we opened the bank accounts for the association. The association prior to this moment never had a bank account, and they had been existed for more
Wow.
than 3 years. for the 2021 administration, through, the hustles and bustles, we're able to tax ourselves, put funds together to open a bank account, which was led by the president. We didn't do it all alone by ourselves. We all came together, the national executives and the regional representatives as well. Excluding the opening of the bank account, which we have, we were able to compile database of all alumni members in Nigeria for the U.S. consulate and the U.S. embassy. So normally we have databases of different alumni members, but these databases are sent to us from the RLC, our headquarters in Ghana, you people. But we had to compile a database for Nigeria alumni, active Nigeria alumni. And altogether, we had more than 700 people filling the database, which was submitted to the U.S. consulate and the U.S. embassy. That would be used when opportunities come up to select alumni members that are best fitted for particular sectors and roles. Apart from the database, we were able to participate in a cleanup project, which took place in the southern region of Nigeria. So the cleanup project was approved from Washington, D.C., but for the first time ever, our representative at the U.S. consulate was able to, Mr. Austin Emmanuel, I'm very grateful to him. He was
Hold
able
on
to
right there. Miss Samuel, hold on right there. My producer just alerted me that we have a video that shows some of the activities you did, just for the purpose of the viewers to catch a glimpse of what you did. My producer is giving us a short video. So, viewers, let's watch this short excerpt of the attainments, the activities, and the programs of the YALI RLC alumni chapter of Nigeria. Watch this. Amazing stuff, right? So, viewers, you just saw a sneak peek of activities of the chapter in Nigeria. Congratulations. Kindly go ahead now.
Thank you very
Tell
much.
us more.
So I was on the third achievement of this administration. So we participated in the cleanup project, which was a merger of Mandela Washington Fellowship platform, YALI Network, and YALI RLC. YALI RLC showcased itself prominently by cleaning up different locations in Nigeria, ensuring that the environment is clean. Again, this was a project that was done in collaboration with all the arms of YALI, and this was the first time ever. Then we had a drug abuse project, which was led by the Northern Coordinator, the North Central Coordinator, Mayokun Adioti. This drug abuse project was put together by the U.S. government, and it lasted for a very long time. YALI led on the front lines of this project. Away from that, we also put together a school tour. I'm sorry you saw the pictures of the school tour. This was put together by the national executives in collaboration with the regions, and we had several volunteers who played particularly very important roles in ensuring that the school tour was a success. So we taught 21 schools across Nigeria, mostly schools in rural communities. Amazing. 21 schools in Nigeria, mostly rural communities, and we were able to educate them on safety protocols during COVID-19. I personally spoke to them about self-esteem. My other colleagues spoke to them about why they should be in school. And at the end of the day, I donated nose masks and other safety equipment to some of these students. And of course, my other colleagues donated some books to some of these students. The pictures are actually there. So it was a school tour across 21 states that was implemented by our administration. Apart from the school tour, we had a constitution review, but the review process was halted at some point. Disagreements is a young people, it's usually very difficult for all of us to be on the same page. So I don't want to go into those details, but at some point it was halted. But we started the process and we saw it to completion. So we're hoping that the next administration will take over from where we stopped. That's for the constitution review. Apart from the constitution review, another milestone that this administration achieved was the fact that we were featured on several occasions on the United States mission in Nigeria's official pages. So we were featured on
I saw some of them. Very, very, very remarkable.
First time ever. So we're featured on the Twitter pages of the US mission in Nigeria, on their Facebook pages, on their Instagram pages, everything we did, even on the RLC's pages in Accra, we're featured on their official handles. So the consulate showcased, the US mission in Nigeria rather, showcased our activities, showcased all we did. It was the first time ever, and of course we were deeply honored by that. Apart from that, we had multiple invitations by the US mission in Nigeria precisely the U.S. Consulate in Lagos, Nigeria. Many thanks to Mr. Austin Emmanuel, without him, without whom we would not be here to talk about our achievements. So we're invited to the U.S. Consulate on several occasions, and we were invited to the U.S. Consulate to discuss on how we can move the alumni chapter of Nigeria forward, share ideas with members from other exchange programs. So we received this we received this invitation on more than one occasion. At least on 2 separate occasions, we were invited to the U.S. Consulate. And of course, it wasn't just me. It was myself, a few national officers, and of course, a few other alumni members who were residents in Lagos. It was a fantastic opportunity for us to interact and network. Apart from this, we had a physical training workshop. You know how difficult it's been with COVID. COVID has halted a lot of physical activities, but the 2021 administration strove so hard to implement a physical project in Abuja. This project was facilitated by the U.S. Embassy in Abuja in person of Mr. Diron Adegoke. Mr. Diron Adegoke has been highly supportive of our 2021 administration. So he was the facilitator for our grants training workshop, which had in attendance more than 100 people. Fantastic fit there. So according to reports that I've put together, I'm also very confident to inform you that we had a physical visit to a fields and skills training center where we went with a few alumni members to discuss with an IVLP alumnus. IVLP is International Visitors Leadership Program. So she guided some of our alumni members on how they can be successful, how they can aspire to become IVLPs in the future, because we all aspire for good things and so on and so on. Now, away from that, YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria made front headlines on several dailies, newspapers across Nigeria. I have the records from the Vanguard to the Sun. We were featured on front headlines, YALI RLC Nigeria. Thank you very much. And now we're featuring on YALI TV West Africa, which is the first time ever. This is part of our achievement. Another thing I'd like to highlight.
You are the first alumni chapter to be featured on the YALI State of Affairs.
Thank you very much. So I'd like to highlight 5 more things that we're able to do in administration. So our administration was able to effectively use the emailing chimp. Many thanks to Temitayo Olatunde, the Speaker Bureau. So previously we didn't have an efficient system that sends out emails to our alumni members, but he was able to use our database, create mail chimps once, twice, 3 times, where every alumni member receives updates and information on what is happening in the chapter. Apart from this, we were able to issue our certificates. We issued our certificates to alumni members called the Presidential Awards. We had that yesterday. So alumni members who have been actively participating, we gave them certificates of recognition and appreciation. Many thanks to the President, Mr. Hamed Rahuf, who led that. Away from this, we gave certificates to all members of the Constitution Review Committee. Apart from this, we featured alumni members, about 100 young women, on a collateral that was called Top Women Influencers from YALI RLC. That was done on International Women's Day. Thank you very much, Mr. Obasanjo Fajemirokun, for leading that initiative. Now, apart from that, we also had several other initiatives that were put together by YALI. For instance, we initiated a conversation with the YALI RLC headquarters in Accra. And to my surprise, to the surprise of everyone, they have promised to dish out certificates to everybody who have served at the national and regional level at the RLC. Congratulations to us. This would never have been possible without our administration. We convinced the RLC in the RLC headquarters in Accra to issue out certificates of service to everyone who has served in Nigeria from when the administration was first incepted, I think 2016 or 17, up until 2021. All of this and so much more are some of the things that we've been able to do. But I'll be doing myself a very big disservice if I do not mention that YALI RLC gave me the pedestal to which I have risen to become the publicity secretary for the United States Government Exchange Alumni Association. So it's called the USGAA. Thank you very much. It's called the USGAA. And for this administration, we have 3 people in the USGAA, in person of Tolushe Francis Dove, Ojusha Motayo, and myself, who is acting as the publicity secretary. It's the first time we're having 3 members from YALI RLC who have risen to become representatives in a body that supervises all the exchange programs in Nigeria from the United States. It's a big one. Then I would also like to state very clearly that prior to this time, we had a very, very cordial relationship with the USGAA. So the USGAA never really had alumni members feature on its newsletter. So USGAA is the biggest platform. Let me not say the biggest platform, but it's the most encompassing platform that brings together, it houses all the exchange programs of the United States. So YALI RLC had a full page on the USGAA as a change maker. We featured Umar Galadima as a change maker on a full page of USGA newsletter, special edition celebrating the United States anniversary in July 2021. I was also featured on the newsletter, a stint of what I did with the school tour. And then we had the high point of this is that we had various alumni members who spoke directly to the US, telling the United States government and the mission in Nigeria what they've done for them. We took quotes from all of these people and they were featured on the front pages of the newsletter.
Wow.
On the front page of the newsletter. So we had more than 20 alumni members from YALI RLC feature. The high point of what we've done in 2021, I'd like to say a very big thanks to Tinuola Aino, the former secretary of the USGA 2021, 2020, 2019 to 2021. Tinuola, I hope I got your name right. So Tinuola gave us a platform with the USGA, which I maximized to the best of my ability. The governor of Lagos State attended an anniversary for the USGA, and members' activities from the YALI RLC in Nigeria were featured. So you can imagine us showcasing our activities to dignitaries, diplomats from the US Embassy, from the US Consulate. Fantastic, to the governor of Lagos State as well. So YALI was prominent. All the impacts that have been made by alumni members were brought to the fore. It was such a humbling experience. So I could go on and on and on talking about the things we've done, but I think I'll just take a pause at this point. Thank you.
Oh, I wish I could give the whole of Africa could give you a resounding round of applause. Congratulations to your administration. And you did all this in how many years?
Thank you very much. So we did all of this in 362 days. Thank you.
Wow.
1 year.
Amazing stuff. Congratulations once again to your team. In all these achievements, what will you say were some of your notable challenges? Give us 3 of some of the challenges that really rocked your administration during your tenure.
Okay, so let me go on this backdrop. So I'm for fairness, I'm for equality, I'm for inclusivity. So the platform is there for young people to maximize to the best of their abilities. It's my first time ever getting seriously involved in social service. So I'll just summarize this. We had a lot of challenges. We had like misunderstandings, controversies back and forth. It started with the Constitution review. So when we had the Constitution review, there was a point where a few members actually supported the fact that for people to rise to the point of presidency, they'll have to go through the regional ranks and files. But I wasn't in support of that, and so many other people weren't in support of that. It was more like we felt it was disenfranchising, young African leaders who would want to aspire. I was not disenfranchised, so I see no reason why others should be disenfranchised. And so we started the argument. It was internally. We didn't expect it was going to go, bizarre, really big. So we started it internally in-house in the EXCO committee. And, from one thing led to the other, it went public to all our YALI groups and alumni members. Trust me, Nigerians, very brilliant people, very intelligent people. So we were having conflicts of interest, conflicts of opinions, but it was worth the while because it was a great learning process.
It was a learning point.
Fantastic learning process. It's been my high point in YALI ever. It's a moment I would never forget. So a lot of people were exchanging different opinions. Some people were in support. Some people felt like, we were using veto power. But then again, you need to understand that in every government, there are rules and there are regulations. And that's why you have people who are at the forefront to lead you. But at the end of the day, whatever it is we're doing, we do these things because we want inclusion, we want equality, we want equity, we want you to be carried along, we want to give you opportunities. So in the end, it's been resolved. The constitution was suspended and the election went on. But let me tell you what I picked from this particular incident. So a few people had face off with me, right? And I was able to share my Wikipedia page with them, of which they had to check me out. And my ratings on Google increased simply because of this misunderstanding we had in the YALI RLC. So at the end of the day, you turn your misunderstandings and your shortcomings to opportunities. The second way we were able to harness the opportunities in the controversy we had was 2021 has been the most actively participated elections in the history of YALI RLC. I say that without any fear of favor. I say that unarguably and with a lot of confidence. So we had the most participation that the RLC has ever seen in 2021 after all of those controversies. 2021 election was the most competitive. Unarguably, I say that with every confidence. 2021 so far, the engagement in handing over has been the most engaging. It's been the most active. I think all of this would have never been possible. People would not have spoken. People would not have stood up. People would not have expressed themselves. People would not have shown interest in YALI if these misunderstandings did not exist.
Sure.
Nobody would have been interested. So I'd like to round up by saying in every problems you have, you should find opportunities. We sought for opportunities in the misunderstandings that we had. And at the end of the day, we created inclusion for everyone. There was more inclusion, there was more active participation, there was more active representation. Alumni members felt very integrated. There's been more
Excellent.
discussions going on. I could go on and on. And I'd like to say that my RLC alumni members in Nigeria are the best. We are the
Amazing.
largest alumni group in Africa.
Of course.
The numbers. Nigeria is a giant of Africa in terms of numbers. We are the largest. So my alumni members in Nigeria are the best. Nigeria has produced some of the biggest people in the world, from the DG of what's it called, World Trade Organization
Yeah.
WTO, to the president of AFDB, to the first ever Miss World Agbani Darego. I could go on and on. And so you do not underestimate the capacity of Nigerians. I saw it firsthand with my alumni members when it came to those misunderstandings. But I'm very glad, I'm very happy that we're all parting ways on a very sane level. We're all on a common ground. We're all on the same page. I'm very glad, I'm very happy that in the end, alumni members have been able to see that all we strive for them is impact. All we strive for them is for their own, what is the word now, for their own inclusion, for their own
welfare
opportunities, and
and
for
their
their own
progress.
benefits. Thank you.
Amazing. I'll ask you a very interesting question over the Christmas festivities here in Ghana. Something controversial happened. You know, African music is highly dominated by um, Nigerian music. So he brought up this discussion. You know, now we have the AFCFTA, and so we need to trade in between ourselves. But before I go into that question, let me see whether I can get some comments from some of our viewers. Wow, a lot of comments. So I see Charity Debbie Katie is watching live, and then we also have yeah, pardon me. Then we also have Oko L'Oreal Pius watching live. Then we have Oko L'Oreal Pius saying Happy New Year to the family. My New Year shower. They say, may the New Year shower you, loved ones, health, favor, joy, and prosperity. Then we have John Best Uche. John Best Uche says, this is John Best Uche. Uche is a name, watching from Nigeria. Then we have Bukari Hey, he's watching from Nigeria. Then John Best comes back and says, Happy 2022. Ogona Chiemezim says, Up Nigeria, up YALI RLC. Then we have Ogona comes back and says, Welcome, Wofai. You have a lot of fans. Then we have Ahmed Rauf. I believe that's the president of the chapter. He says, Thanks so much for the trust you have put in me to lead you all. Serving as the YALI RLC Alumni Chapter President has been another great experience of my life. He says, as I am leaving, I promise to continue supporting all administrations that come after me. I love you all. Ahmed Rawu, President YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria 2021. Amazing. Then we have another comment from Bright Temple. He said, powerful, wonderful. John Best comes by, he says, amazing. Another comment is from Ebenezer Befi. He says, I'm so grateful for the updates. Then we have Ogona. It says, our challenges should make us stronger. We have another comment from Ebenezer Bev. He says, we from Ghana will follow suit. Bravo to you guys from Nigeria. Then Fatoki Joshua says, nice one. Sandra and Selem, she says, it's been an experience indeed. Then we have a comment from Micah Bello. He says, you guys did a whole lot. Well done, team. Keep sending the comments. Let the comments keep coming through. We'll read them as they come through. Thank you very much, my producer. So, if you can hear me, Wofai, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm just so excited. I'm overwhelmed. I'm so excited.
Sure.
Thank you. I can hear you very clearly.
You made mention of how Nigeria is so conspicuous when it comes to African affairs, both on the continent and globally. A comment came by one of the musicians from Ghana by name Shatawale, saying that Nigerians don't promote, other Africans music or products or services or companies. And the fact that Nigeria is on the top or the pinnacle or the apex when it comes to the various industry, not only music, what would be your say? What would be your thoughts on the fact that Nigeria seems not to promote other countries and just want to lead? What is your opinion?
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, once again. Thank you for the question. Brilliant question. So we have lots of entertainers from the YALI RLC, and I think this question is very key.
Yes.
So Shatawale, I'm a very big fan of Shatawale from Ghana. You know, born
Amazing.
of a king of, pop, everything, you know. So I'm a very big fan of Shatawale from Ghana, first of all. Shatawale from Ghana saying that Nigerians don't necessarily promote other artists and other songs from other countries. I don't think I all the way agree with him. Again, this is not because I'm Nigerian. This is because of the
Sure.
reality that I see. Nigerians are
Sure.
collaborating enormously with various artists across various continents.
Sure.
Pardon me to say
Sure.
this.
Sure.
Naira Marley collaborated with somebody from Uganda. Burna Boy and Yababulu Clay. Yababulu. Burna Boy collaborated with the artist from Uganda. We've
Yeah.
collaborated with AKA from South Africa. We've
Yeah.
equally collaborated with what's her name from Ghana, Becca. We've had
Okay.
collaborations with Becca from Ghana. We've had collaborations with various artists across
Sure.
various
Many
countries in
collaborations.
Africa.
Yes.
What's his name? Fireboy just collaborated with Ed Sheeran. I could go on and on and on. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you look at Nigeria, Africa is incomplete without Nigeria. I'm sorry to say. So Ghana is also a
Sure.
very important country, very integral. AFCFTA is in Ghana. So many of the big tech companies are moving over to Ghana. Ghana is very key when it comes to West Africa and Nigeria, but Nigeria is very key when it comes to the numbers, human capital. And I just want to give you a direct answer by making reference to the United States. So the United States, arguably or unarguably, is seen as world power. So if the US
Yes.
wants to collaborate with you, there has to be something you're bringing to the table.
Sure.
Otherwise, to a reasonable extent, it's charity. So if I'm collaborating with you and I'm not getting anything in return, so to speak, we can as well turn it into charity.
So
So I
it's
feel
more
like
of a collaboration of benefits, mutual
for
benefits.
artists who have been able, I beg your pardon, Mr. Stephen, I feel like for artists who have been able to prove themselves to a reasonable extent, they're open to collaborate with Nigerians. Now, the questions you should ask yourself is, are you going through the right management? Are you talking
Mm.
to the right people? Because people of a certain standard, a certain caliber, whether in politics, whether in music, whether in social
Or
service,
any
have
industry.
rules and regulations. Not everybody walks up to them to say, oh, I just want to collaborate with you, and they jump on the track. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to prove your mettle and show that, okay, it's worth being on this track. Like I said, I could go on and on. There's been so many collaborations between Nigerian artists and the rest of West Africa. And what Africa needs right now is collaboration. What Africa needs right now is integration. Atumi
Amazing.
Edition of African Development Bank has said Africa is tired of being a country that is referred to as a dump jack. Everybody comes
Mm.
to dump in Africa. Africa no longer needs aid. Africa needs to collaborate. As the world is evolving, what we want to see is more collaborations. Collaborations between the Nigerian chapter of the YALI RLC and Ghana. Collaborations between, artists and musicians in
Exactly.
Nigeria and artists and
Exactly.
musicians in Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, to name a few of them. But we have to do things the right way. Rules have to be followed.
Amazing.
We have to be able to
Amazing.
implement processes and protocols. Just so at the end of the day, we know that we're, following a format that has been laid down, and there will be little or no difficulties in the end when we're asked to submit our scorecard. So I beg to disagree with Shatta. Nigerians are open to collaborations. I think you should just go through the right way. And to a reasonable extent, I think humility takes you really far. So whether or not we appreciate or acknowledge, Nigeria is big when it comes to the music industry. So
Every
for the
industry,
movie,
I guess.
for the movies we do have Hollywood, we have Bollywood, and then we have Nollywood. And so for the music industry, when you're talking about the United States, who are more or less the mothers of hip hop music, so to speak, we also have Europe for R&B, to name a few. Nigeria is up next. Nigerian music is taking over the world. Nigerian artists and stars are really big, and so if you have to collaborate with them, you need to prove to us that you should be on a track, and definitely we'll get to feature you. That's it. So we're not discriminative. We're open to collaborations. YALI RLC, above everything else, is open to collaborations. Thank you. I love you. Well, I love you. Don't like
Very, very wonderful. Like as we run up, what will you say were some of your lessons learned as a chapter that you like to share with the incoming leadership and other alumni chapter leaderships who are watching this afternoon? What are some of the lessons you learned, being in office for the past 1 year, that you wish to share with the rest of Africa?
I had to take a deep breath, like a deep breath. So first of
Three
all,
strong
I like to
points.
give
Three strong points. 3 strong lessons.
3 strong points. I'd like to give a preamble. I'd like to give a preamble before I respond to your question. So
Sure.
initially, when I started serving the YALI RLC as a communications director, I had so much love from virtually all the alumni members. Not everybody can like you, but I think 99% of alumni members were drawn to me. They really liked me. But at the end of the day, when I started to enforce a bit of discipline when we had arguments, a month when we were handing over, first of all, I removed a few people from the groups who were, to a reasonable extent, malicious, very vulgar with their comments. I exited them from the group, some of them. And then the row started. Oh, she's not nice. Oh, she changed. Oh, she's a tigress. Oh, she's a dictator. To name a few on and on and on, over and over and over. But the fact is, there has to be decorum order anywhere. So what I'll say to the incoming executives and administration is, it's fine to be nice. It's okay to be good. But to a reasonable extent, sometimes I think you need to apply a bit of decorum. You need to apply a bit of rules and regulations. So in a situation where you have no rules, you have no regulations, people just do whatever they want to do. The reason why we were adjusting the constitution is because we wanted to set our rules and regulations on how to run the alumni chapter body. So if we have to be realistic, in Kamala Harris' words, when there's no rule and there's no regulation, then you're not leading anybody. Anybody can be anything and act how they want to act. So for the incoming executives, I think, don't be strict with your rules. Don't be too stern with your rules. But I think you should be able to put together some, lay down guidelines and procedures on how people should relate to one another, especially when there are issues, misunderstandings, just so we don't resort to abusing people. That's one thing I'm not good at. I would never resort to physically abusing anybody or verbally abusing anybody. No, I never do that. I'm very diplomatic with my words. Then apart from that, I'd also like to say that you should always try as much as you can to put the association first. I'm sorry, I'm sweating. Okay, so you should also try as much as you can to put the association first. There's something I've realized: when you're selfless in your service, doors opens for you. The truth is, people know when you're self-centered, everything you're doing is for yourself. For instance, I'm on this interview. I could come on this interview and I'm talking about myself, but you see that I'm integrating a lot of alumni members. I'm integrating the national officers. I'm integrating the council members, because they also like to be here, but not everybody can be here. Just one person. So at the end of the day, when you're selfless, people can read through it. So you don't have to pretend. As much as you can, put the association first before your personal gains. In everything you're doing, let YALI RLC be top of your mind before you think of the benefits that are in it for yourself. So if you put the association first, I'm sure doors will open for you, even in your personal sojourn. So 2 things. Number 1, try as much as you can to, create a code of conduct, not too strict, not too strict,
guidelines.
As lean as you can, but make it all encompassing, but let there just be, some guidance to how people really react and relate to one another when there are misunderstandings. Then number 2, put the association first. I won an award yesterday. Congratulations to Mr. Ahmed Raouf for the end of a successful administration. I won a selfless award yesterday, and several other of my colleagues also won awards yesterday. So be selfless in your pursuit with the RLC in Nigeria. And the final point I would like to establish is create relationships. Create relationships as much as you can with alumni. I can't explain how amazing alumni members have been in Nigeria. You won't understand how big a business some of them have. Some of them have excelled tremendously in their personal endeavors, in their official endeavors. Some of them who volunteered for us have given us some of the best kind of graphics we've ever anticipated, some of the best kinds of work outputs. So for the next incoming administration, I'll say create relationships as much as you can. Create relationships with alumni members as much as you can. Create relationships with the U.S. mission in Nigeria. Create relationship with other chapters. That's what I look forward to doing with the USGA at the moment. I want to ensure that we are able to establish and foster relationships with several other chapters of exchange programs across West Africa. And also, I had already mentioned Tinuola Aino earlier on, but I also like to thank her again because I had a very cordial relationship with Tinuola Aino while I worked as the communications communications chair for YALI RLC. So she was just one of such people I had a very cordial working relationship with. So the likes of Olushola Owonikoko, the Carrington, I had a very good working relationship with Carrington. I had a very good working relationship with Adepeju Jayoba, Ahmed Raouf. I have a relationship with my president. So I think you should create a relationship with the people you're working with and with alumni members. I don't mind.
Very interesting. Very interesting point. Very interesting point here. You made a point about having good relationships. I'd like to ask this question here. There's a question here, so let me not miss this. There are some questions coming in. Let me just visit them for you. We have Austin Maturi. He says, happy and a healthy 2022 to you all watching from Sierra Leone. Well done for your work, the executives of Nigeria. Then I have a question here. We have more people joining. A question here from Josephine Ofesh. She says, do you think the chapter has an enabling environment for women who hold leadership positions in the chapter? Do you think your chapter has created an enabling environment for women who are leaders in the chapter to also lead? Would you like to take that question? I think you should take that question before I highlight on other comments.
Thank you very much. So YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria are the best. I would go on and on to say that we are the best. If you check YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria, the person speaking to you right now is a woman. If you check the nominations for YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria, the person that was sent to the USGA were not all three men. There was a woman, and that woman was me. Prove capacity. If you prove capacity, opportunities will be given to you. So I don't want anybody giving me opportunities because I'm a pretty woman, I'm a beautiful woman. Oh, because she's a woman, gender balance, let's give it to her. No. I'm of the opinion that you must prove capacity. If you prove capacity and you request for opportunities anywhere in the world, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is the DG of WTO, first Black, first African. She proved capacity. Go see her profile. This is just one out of so many other people. So I personally, Wofai Sama, will not give you a post or a job because you're a woman. No, I don't do that. My field is a very complicated field. I work in the oil and gas sector, trade and investment. You don't have too many women. It's mostly male dominated. So I have gone through the rank and files to prove myself to be who I am today in my official capacity. So in my social capacity, I'm proving myself, and I even want to do more. I haven't even started. I haven't even done as much as I want to do. So there's room for women. There's room for women like myself, women higher than me, women who supposedly think they are lower than me. We can all collaborate and work together in the RLC Alumni Nigeria. It is not just an all men affair. And this administration has supported women. Let me just round off by saying we had a compilation of 100 top women from the RLC who are making impact and doing great things, featured on our Twitter handle. Women, women, women. Okay, Chukwu, okay, God's Glory Fezwe. The secretary of the association is a woman. Florence Nene, the representative of the Southeast, is a woman. So many other women. I could go on and on and on. Even alumni members we have worked with. Omolara, the person who designs our graphics, she's a woman. So many other people in different committees. I can go on and on mentioning names. Son of Consolation. So many people are watching. I love you guys. So it's not just an all women affair. Proof capacity, proof that you can do it, and you'll be given an opportunity. Thank you.
One question, another comment comes through if I ask my question. Collaboration is the thing now. If we must attain development in a single stratum or stratum, he says in the local, I will say we collaborate to succeed. He says I'm always gamed for healthy collaborations and partnerships. John Best Uche is the name from Nigeria. So my question to you was, how was it for you working with the Mandela Washington Fellowship Association of Nigeria and the YALI network as a whole and other youth entities? How easy or difficult was it for you as we round up?
Thank you very much for that question. So I'll take it from two perspectives. So we had the cleanup project and we had the drug abuse project. So YALI, Young African Leaders Initiative, put together by President Barack Obama, thank you, has three arms: Mandela Washington Fellowship, YALI RLC, and YALI Network. So of the three rungs of the ladder, we look at the Mandela Washington Fellowship as our senior brothers, like, oh yes, to be chosen from Africa to travel to the US, participate in the leadership program. Of course, definitely, you've gained experiences that I don't have. You've interacted firsthand with different cultures, Latinos, Filipinos, Blacks, whites, to name a few of them. So now, that's just a joke. So you come back to Nigeria, we look at you on the rung of the ladder as though you are our seniors. So there's so much to learn from you. The likes of Peju Jaye Oba, Micah Bello is a Mandela Washington Fellow, Banke is a Mandela Washington Fellow, to name a few of them. There's so much to learn from all of these people, right? Collaborating with them, there's much to learn, and there's so much they can equally learn from us, because at the end of the day, YALI RLC alumni in Nigeria has the highest numbers in all the exchange programs. We have so many yes, we're still, we're still leading. And then you have the YALI network. YALI network was mostly YALI network Lagos. So when you talk about collaboration, yes, indeed, there was, stern collaborations between all three arms. There were a lot of lessons we could learn from the senior ones who were the Mandela Washington. They could also learn from us because we had the numbers, and of course from the YALI network. But what was most important about this is we understood each other and were able to resolve our differences amicably. And that is what I'm advocating for the RLC. Differences would always be there. You don't want to hear about all the problems and challenges we had during the cleanup project, but nobody heard about it. Everything was amicably resolved. I want the RLC chapter in Nigeria to get to the point where we can resolve our misunderstandings and differences without being malicious, without resulting to abusing one another. Even if at the end of the day there's peace accord, everybody is on the same talking terms and everybody's cool. But can we start from the beginning, learning how we can possibly manage conflict? I think managing conflict is one thing that's helped me my sojourn through life. I'm very good when it comes to managing conflict. I'm sorry, let me brag a bit. So that's a skill that I feel the RLC in Nigeria, we need to learn to foster collaboration. And lastly, let me just round this up in terms of collaboration by saying that for the USGAA, for instance, where I belong, we have excos from different programs, whether it's Tech Women, whether it's IVLP, whether it's Mandela Washington Fellowship. We have different Fulbright teaching, so on and so forth. These are very senior people. We have doctors. My speech would be incomplete without saying many thanks to the former president of the USGA, Dr. Jude Meme, who gave me this platform to thrive and rise. Now for the USGA, you're collaborating with people who are professors, people who are doctors. Professor Patutomi is a part of the USGA. Channels TV CEO is a part of USGA. Governors from Nigeria, Mr. Kayode Fayemi, is a part of USGA. So this is a very big platform. But how do we collaborate with one another? Collaborating with one another, first of all, is humility. You need to humble yourself to understand that you don't know everything and there's room to learn. There's room to learn from people who are higher than you, and there's room to learn from people who supposedly you think are below you. That's just the fact. Life is a continuum. So I think number one, the most important factor YALI, RLC, and so many other NGOs, social enterprises across the world and across West Africa need to learn when it comes to collaboration is the ability to humble yourself, to realize that there's something you can learn from the person who is senior to you, and there's something you can learn from the person who is under you. That's what I want to see in YALI, RLC moving forward, and of course across other RLCs in West Africa. Thank you. I hope I was able to answer your question. That was quite explicit.
Amazing point so far. So let me take one or two comments again. John Uche Best says, I don't see any form of discrimination against male or female folks or in the YALI IRC alumni chapter of Nigeria. Then Mike Abello says, John Best Uche, that's true. The women even do more. No discrimination or whatsoever. It's been so amazing and interesting so far, and we're looking forward to. I mean, YALI TV is looking forward to having strong correspondence with the alumni chapter of Nigeria, not only RLC but also with the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the US Exchange Alumni Group, and the YALI Network groups, and all other groups. Why? Because we need to tell our story. We need to inspire other
Thank
young
you.
Africans, and this is the best platform we have. Instead of waiting for the CNN, the BBCs, and the DWTVs and Al Jazeera's, this is what we have, and we need to take advantage of it. So I'm using this as a platform to encourage all the alumni chapters. Get in touch with YALI TV. Go on our website, www.yalitvonline.com, www.yalitvonline.com, to see the latest stories. You can have your alumni chapter featured there every week as much as you want, telling the story of what you are doing. We could feature you on all our pages on social media, and there's a big one coming this year, which we'll be announcing by mid-year. You don't want to miss being part of such a wonderful platform. And we have this special show just for every alumni chapter across the continent, the state of YALI affairs. We want to know what you are doing in your chapters. We also have I report. I report basically is report on everything that alumni are doing, not necessarily the chapter, but every alumni is doing their business in governance or in civic leadership. So we have platforms. Coming up this year, we have another platform called the Innovation 360. Is any YALI fellow doing anything big? Have you started something? Have you invented something? This is a platform to be on. We are open to air your platforms, your programs, your brands, your services to ensure you attract partnership and investment, and of course, businesses across the continent. Also, we have Time with the Experts, which will be coming up later in the year. And interestingly, in March, we'll be celebrating our women with a forum. We have currently a program which is rolling out, which is the Young Africa Media Fellowship. The Young Africa Media Fellowship is to empower young Africans who report on arts, history, entertainment, culture, and innovations. You know yourselves, you are below 35 years and you are a journalist, you are a PR person, a writer, a blogger, a producer, a content developer, whatever you do to promote Africa in the area of art, culture, heritage, entertainment, and innovation, do well to apply. The application is open until February 15. So if you are watching this program today and you are a media person, don't miss the opportunity. Collaborations are key, so we are expecting to see more collaborations. We have a big one coming up. YALI TV is joining some of the big entities of the U.S. Department of State, the Africa Union Mission in the United States, to bring to you what we call the Black History Festival, which has 2 or 3 massive programs. One is the U.S. Africa Trade and Development Forum. The second one is the Made in Africa Expo that happened last year, which was virtual, that featured more than 300 young African enterprises. It's going to be happening live in Washington, D.C. And we have the one that I love most, the Media in Africa Today Dialogue, which will all be happening during these 7 days of programming. We are going to be announcing and launching it officially. So if you are YALI alumni and you have been seeking opportunity to exhibit your product in the United States to attract investment, stay tuned to YALI TV in the coming days and weeks for updates on how you can register and be part of it. If you have a visa already to the United States, you have a big advantage. It's been nice having you, Miss Samuel, and I believe that your personality, your zest and courage, and how you articulate your points and how you've represented the alumni chapter of Nigeria is such an inspiring quality that we need our women to emulate. So we have John Best, which is saying yes, giving us thumb up. Yeah, he said thanks, Madam Wofai, you are doing well. That's Friday, Ohimai. And then we have Ofer Josephine says, go YALI TV. John Best says, YALI TV, the best. And then we have, today, John Best, which you have been the best
John
commentator of
Best
the
to
day. He is
Jerry.
just
Thank
amazing.
you, John Best.
You have
Thank
been
you, Mike
following so much.
Abello.
So
Thank you,
our
everyone.
our our viewer of the day goes to John Best, which you are just amazing. I'm very sure that
Yay!
in subsequent editions, we have to begin to give some awards to the best commentator of the episode. It's been such an amazing time having you, and I wish we could talk more and more. Coming up next will be the Kenya chapter. So get ready. We want you guys engaging with us. So Kenya, get ready. We want you guys to beat Nigeria. Prove yourselves, and let's see which chapter will be the best when we end it all next year by this time. It's been such an amazing time
Wow.
having you. Miss Samuel, do you have any closing statement as we run up today's episode?
Thank you. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so honored. I have had several interviews all through my journey in life for 31 years, but I think this has been the high point. It's been the highest point. It's been the best interview ever, and I can say this from the depth of my heart. I can defend this anywhere. It's been my best moment
Amazing.
ever, my highest point in YALI RLC Alumni Nigeria. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm so emotional right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
If
Thank
you've
you.
been watching,
Thank you. Thank
this
you.
was a
Thank you.
special feature of the YALI RLC Alumni Chapter of Nigeria, of which the executives are handing over by close of today. It could just be your chapter. So if you are any chapter executive of any of the alumni associations, be it the U.S. Exchange Alumni or the YALI RLC Alumni Chapter, whether you are Francophone or Lusophone, this is the platform to be. State of YALI Affairs, Mandela Washington Fellow Associations across the continent. It is open for you. You don't need to pay anything. It is your platform. We want to hear your story. We want you to inspire the rest of Africa. So don't hesitate. Send us an email, info.yalitv@gmail.com, or you can send us mails on info@yalitvonline.com, or just go on any of our social media platforms on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. We are very, very loud on Facebook, and you can interact with us. And also, we'll be having this program which will be streaming on Facebook. So we'll be sharing on YouTube, pardon me. So you could watch again. There are some folks who are not on Facebook, so you have the opportunity to watch it. And also, you could watch on our website www.yalitvonline.com. My name is Steven Selassie SEO, and stay tuned for an amazing year. It is such an amazing time to start the year on such a note. You can imagine how the year is going to be if this is just the first day of YALI TV's broadcast. We are going to come to you with more programs. Don't hesitate to send your stories. We want to tell your stories, whether you're a member of YALI or not. So far as you're a young African, you are an African, and we want to tell your story. I want to say a very big thank you to my producer, Eric Nate. I call him the chief cleaner, and I'm the chief security man of YALI TV. Thank you for everything you've done. Thanks to our sex manager, who is also part of our arts team, Mr. Joseph Chachu Siame. Thank you very much for your work that you did this afternoon to have this program. And to the rest of our team, thank you so much for all that you do. Josephine Ofer, Mr. Kumsin, Madam Belinda, and the rest of the management team. Special thanks to our administrative staff also, and to our advisory council. And how can I forget to thank the US State Department? Thank you very much. The US Embassy in Ghana, thank you for an amazing 2021. 2022 is going to be bigger. The US mission to Africa, the Young African Media Fellowship is a real biggie. Every young African out there who is a media practitioner or a PR person, don't miss it. 40 young Africans are going to be in Ghana in May during the African Union Day. You don't want to miss this. Make sure you apply, rush onto the website, apply today, apply now. And special thanks to everyone, the Wilson Center, and to all our partners. Jacobs Abe Global, thank you for your support. Qua Media, and all of you. We are starting the new year, and this is just our message of solidarity. Thank you, Ms. Samuels. Thank you, YALI RLC Alumni Chapter Nigeria, and the rest of Africa. It is bye from 5 Abele Street, Accra, Ghana.